Alrighty, so today we're drawing Monika, and that's really exciting because, so I had planned on doing these Doki Doki Literature Club videos, a while ago. As it always works out for me, I just started thinking about it a lot, and I was like, I want to figure out the poems in DDLC. And I just decided to do that on a whim, and as I was working on that video, I was like, designing a new outfit for Monika would be cool because, she complains about how she doesn't have a casual look in the game. So, I had already planned on doing all this. And it's exciting because literally the day after I finished drawing Monika here, like the day after, it was announced that, a special version of Doki Doki Literature Club is gonna be coming out soon. DDLC Plus. It's gonna have bonus features, and I've accidentally timed this perfectly. For once in my life, being years behind on a subject, talking about something that is old by now, has paid off. So that's super exciting. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see what the new game has. But anyway, about the picture actually. So you probably noticed that I did a pose and then I scrapped that because it just was not working. I was in a bit of a funk. I was in a bit of a funk for this picture. Not like in a bad mood, but just feeling kind of unconfident about my art. I had recently done a Nier drawn out, and I really liked the picture and I really liked how it came out, and no one watched it. Like, it's one of my least viewed videos, and that really, it got into my head, how it always sucks whenever you take a long time to work on a picture and you're really happy with how it turns out, and then no one cares. That blows a lot. And so yeah, I was kind of in a funky mindset for drawing Monika, but I wanted to still do the picture. I didn't want to let my negative attitude kind of get in the way. Though I should mention that it's always okay to take a break if you need it from art. There's nothing wrong with taking a couple of days to just play video games or watch documentaries on musicals you haven't watched. It's okay to take a break if you're not feeling happy with what you're doing. And even now, honestly, looking at Monika, there are some things that I'm not in love with. I feel like the proportions are a little weird, her head's kind of big, she feels a little top-heavy, but I'm happy enough with it. And sometimes that's all you need to do, is you can't expect every picture to be perfect, but you can do your best to make sure you're still happy enough with whatever it is you're working on. Sometimes you just need to finish a not perfect picture, so then you can move forward to the next picture you do where it'll be better and you'll be in a better mood. But yeah, so what I've done, like I mentioned, I wanted to come up with a casual look for Monika, and I got it in my head that Monika would be kind of fashion forward, not necessarily a fashionista, but just that she would have nice clothes. So I tried to look up reference images for this kind of shirt that I've given her, but I couldn't find anything, so that's fine. I like to work with references when I can, but I'm at a level that I can figure out how a shirt works. This isn't the most complex shirt design I've ever decided on. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I don't work with modern fashion very often. Usually I'm doing more fantasy kind of character designs. So it's always fun when you get to reel it back and be like, okay, so we're not working with armor or fantasy robes or anything. So what do we got? and that's nice because that does mean you usually can use references and have a wider pool to kind of pull from, because if you're working with real clothes, there's a whole lot more real clothes in the world than there are fantasy character designs. So yeah, with her color, we're not quite there yet, but I like color, so we're gonna talk about it. With her color, so Satchely has, of course, made more illustrations of Monika. Satchely is the artist for Doki Doki Literature Club. She's the one that has done all the artwork, and it looks great. She's 10 out of 10. Absolutely love what she does. And, you know, there are other, like official artworks of Monika. Monika has technically gotten some casual clothes through, like, her Twitter, art and other Doki Doki Literature Club, like, posters and stuff. And Satchely likes to put her in white a lot, which I totally understand, because it looks great with her bow, and it kind of conveys the sort of... I'm gonna describe it as ghostly, pure vibe that Monika likes to give off. Like, it's almost ominous, but not overtly so. Hope I worded that in a way that makes sense to anybody. But yeah, so I super understand putting her in white, and I almost did that as well. Perhaps because I've seen other illustrations of Monika, and I kind of started to associate her with white because she's wearing it so often. But I decided I wanted to try something different, and wanted to figure out what color to put her in other than just white. Because I could, because colors are fun. And what I landed on is green, because Monika mentions that her favorite color is green, because it's the color of her eyes. So that's really fun. And I like how so I'm gonna pair her green shirt with black pants, and I just really like how it looks. It's kind of mint chocolate, kind of feel to it in a way. It makes her feel bright and approachable. So yeah, I'm really happy with the color palette of Monika that I do here. And while I was working on it, I was actually kind of unsure if I was gonna go forward with that green. I had the thought of maybe I should go with white with blue jeans instead. So you'll see me do something I very rarely do. When I start getting to the clothes, I'm gonna put down like really messy, kind of just base colors into the shirt and pants. And what that is just me blocking out the colors. It's me literally, like, seeing how the colors look together and how I can allocate them, in a way that works. I don't do that very often. Usually I figure out the color palette beforehand, or kind of just do it as I go. But for this one, I hadn't considered something until I was already working on the picture, and that's why I decided to lay down these messy sort of reference colors. And it worked out. I actually didn't even end up doing a second round. Here it is, the messy things. I didn't even end up doing a second round of, like, an alternate color palette option. Because putting it down loosely like that made me realize, yeah, I like this color combination, I like how this looks. So it was a lot of fun. I like color. I'll always like color. I like color. I don't know quite why I decided to incorporate so much pink into her. I think I just wanted, I wanted her to look cute. I'm pretty sure she has a pink pen in the game. If not, that's fine. But I just really liked the idea of putting pink laces on these white shoes. It looks great. And I didn't want to just use green again. Like, I didn't want the green to be too much on her. And I think pink was a fun way to go. It looks good with green because pink is effectively red and that's green's complement. And yeah, I think it ended up balancing out really well, because it kind of jives with her hair as well. So that's really fun. I had fun once I kind of chilled out, because I was struggling earlier with the picture, with, like, getting down her pose and the line art. But once I chilled out, and I started doing the part I like the most with art, the colors and the shading, it really helped. It helped me get out of my funk that I was in, and I started feeling more confident about the picture after that, and started feeling happier about it as well. Don't let me know, or don't let me know. Don't be afraid to let me know if you've ever drawn Monika, like, some casual clothes. I know that's a pretty a pretty common thing to see people do, because she does mention that she doesn't have an outfit and she's kind of jealous of it. But yeah, let me know if you've done that, and let me know what kind of clothes and what colors you thought she looked good in, because that's the fun part about art, isn't it? Is seeing it, is sharing it, is letting others know, like, how you would have done it differently, how you did do it differently. So yeah, don't be afraid to let me know what you would put Monika in. Do you agree with my assertion that she would be fashion forward, or do you think she'd look a little bit more bumpkin-y? I do want to point out also, I'm going back to colors. I like how my wanton decision to put pink into the design kind of means I've incorporated all of her friends' colors into the look. And the black pants are like Yuri, the pink is like Natsuki, and a little bit like Sayori as well. But honestly, the white of her bow already harkens more to Sayori, because Sayori wore a lot of whites. So that's kind of cool. A part of me, I didn't even think about that as I was doing it. It was kind of something I was like, oh hey, look at that, it's all her friends' colors, as I was going. If I were to make a new outfit for Monika, I think I would actually try to go out of my way to do that again. I like the idea of incorporating her friends' colors into her, because while Monika is the villain of the game, she's the bad guy, hell, she kills all of them, they're still her friends. Like, she does seem to really care about them. So I would want that to come through with her character design. I'm really excited to see what the new version of the game kind of does with all that, because there's supposed to be new scenes, and I'm just really excited to see these girls interact more. Here's something I don't do often. I decided to actually do a background. I don't know why, I just, for some reason, didn't want her floating in front of a color, like how I usually would do. Just wanted a vague scenery. I really like this brush I found for the foliage, nondescript foliage that I used around her. Hell, I might start doing more scenery pictures now that I found that, because, fun fact about me, I'm only good at illustrating, like, landscapes and other scenery pictures if I'm working with oil paint. It's because I just channel Bob Ross. That's what I do. And so I can paint forests and shit, if I'm working physically with oil paint specifically. But now that I found a brush that kind of emulates that digitally, my range has opened up. So I guess the moral of this video is, don't be afraid to play around with brushes. But no, for real, I hope you liked the picture. I hope you enjoy the new Doki Doki Literature Club game that's coming out. I'm not sponsored by that. Hell, that'd be cool. I'm not. I'm just excited. And I hope you have a great day. I gotta stop lip flapping eventually.